Hey guys, all right. So today I had my pre-op appointment with my gynecologist about my hysterectomy. So let's dive into that a little bit. All right, so we know that I am headed for a hysterectomy on the 11th. I am about to be 50 in June. Last year, I was diagnosed with adenomyosis. I hope I said that right, and uterine fibroids. So, some things happening with my uterus, and then also with what happened with mom, and because her cancer, she had clear cell adenocarcinoma, which started in her endometrium. So we just wanted to, just not just precautionary things, but I had an ablation. I'm no longer childbearing. I've already had my 4 babies. I had 4 healthy, vaginal births. So that's cool. And just, it's just time. So we are doing a total hysterectomy, which means they're removing everything: my fallopian tubes, my uterus, my cervix. She is leaving my ovaries. These things. But if, one doesn't look good, or if they both don't look good, she may remove them. Just depends on how it looks. I'm going to dive deep into this, so it's going to be kind of gross. So we are doing it laparoscopic. And so a laparoscopic surgery is by tiny incisions. So in this case, I will have a tiny incision, or an incision near my belly button, 2 near my hips, and then the largest incision will be in my vagina, so at the top of my vagina. So what's going to happen is those 3 little incisions are going to be where the scope and the cutting tools and the cauterizing tools are going to be put in. And so she is going to be cutting away all the tissue and cauterizing the vessels, things like that, to loosen the whole area. And then she'll be pulling it all out through my vagina, through the incision in my vagina, and then sewing that all up. So kind of scary, because like that whole entire reproductive organ is going to be gone. However, I think it'll be a benefit, especially with this whole bodybuilding thing, because I work my butt off to get conditioned and to do away with my lower abdomen, and I'm highly suspect that that the reason why my lower abdomen is always a tiny bit bloated is because of my uterus. So hopefully that'll help. We will see. Anyway, so that's going to be happening. Surgery's early in the morning. I do have to spend the night in the hospital. There is, there's might be some pain. Obviously going to be not doing anything for a week or so. I can't lift anything for 6 weeks. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see how, especially being a bodybuilder, I like to lift stuff and move and everything. So it's going to be very interesting. I am able to walk and move around as soon as I can, but, gingerly, because we don't want to do anything bad. And I'm sorry, I keep looking that way because there's a reflection in the window, and it's like a car lights being reflected in through the windows. So that's what's freaking me out. Anyways, so that's what's happening. I'm nervous, of course, because it is probably the largest or the most major surgery I've ever had. I'm also a little nervous to see how I'm going to feel after the surgery. I know I'm ready for it to be done, but at the same time, like emotionally, like, am I going to be okay? Because, I am losing a major organ that makes me a woman. And, and so that's something that I, kind of have to come to terms with. I'm not sure how well I'm going to handle that. I guess we'll see. I mean, yeah, I still have my ovaries, but like the whole childbearing, I am woman, blah, blah, blah. That whole part is going to be taken out of me. And I'm really, really anxious to see how I feel about that. So if you've had a hysterectomy before, whether it's a partial, full, radical, whatever, like drop in your comments like how post-surgery was, not just like the healing, but I guess like the emotional and mental aspect of it, because that's, for me, that's the part that I'm having the hardest time dealing with is well, this whole part of me is going to be missing, like this part that helped, or that, incubated my babies for 9 months is going to be gone. Like, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I know it's an organ. I know, like, medically and scientifically speaking, it's just an organ. But, emotionally, I'm kind of attached to that organ because, I'm a female. So we'll see how that goes. That's kind of pretty much the biggest anxiety that I have. I'm also a little worried about like the post-surgery, like, just the healing process and stuff. Like, I don't take any hardcore medications. Like, I don't take any opioids or morphine or any of that stuff. That I can't handle it. It makes me sick, gives me headache, nauseated. And then I usually, when they give me a fentanyl push during surgery, I have a very, 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 very hard time coming out of surgery, like out of anesthesia. The last couple of times I crashed and they always had to call the ambulance. So that's, fun as well. Where was I going with all of this? Oh yeah, I'm also worried about the constipation aspect because, I'm sure I'm not allowed to bear down for a minute because of this, the sutures inside my vagina. It's all right there. So that's the other thing too, is the whole pooping aspect, because I do have, IBS with constipation. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm also worried about gaining weight because I'm just going to be laying around like a little lump, healing. So, and then I'm scared about like losing muscle tone. So yeah, just, a few things that are on my mind. But I'm sure it'll be okay. I just gotta like move forward and just, go with the flow. So, yeah, I'll be checking in a little bit later just to, see how just check in and let y'all know how I'm feeling. I do have like, pre-admission testing on Monday where, I gotta do chest x-ray, EKG, I think urine and blood. So, I'll be fine. I know I am, but still. Anyways, that's about it for today for the pre-op stuff. So yeah, but like, please comment below if you've had a hysterectomy before. Let me know how your post-surgery went. And then, like I said, not just physically, but mentally, like, how did it go? How did you feel not having your uterus anymore? The thing that makes us a woman, like, gone, our childbearing organ gone. Just let me know how that went. And if you have any questions or comments or something, anything like that, just ask away. I'm very transparent. Don't shy away from much. So, yeah, let's just go on this journey together, guys.